Hey everybody, it is Rolly. For those of you who don't know who I am, that are new, my name is Rolly Allaire. My spirit name is Gigadu Migwin Kwe, and that stands for Talking Feather Women. And so I am a holistic trauma coach, a spirit flame keeper, and a soul healer. And today I wanted to actually hop on to share about 30-day gratitude challenge. So starts October 1st in our in my holistic wellness lounge. And so and what's going to happen during that 30 days is that every day you're actually going to be prompted with a new gratitude challenge. So something to be able to draw out the things that you're grateful for. One of the things that this exercise actually helps to do is to be able to help you draw in the things that you're actually grateful for. And so sometimes we get stuck. We get stuck in our own heads. And so when we get stuck in our own heads, we really struggle with being able to get out of our own heads. And so by being able to find gratitude and to be able to dig up that gratitude allows us to be able to keep moving and moving forward. And so this is something that I've done with my clients over the years, and it's always been something that's been very helpful in giving them those specific prompts of being able to find gratitude in their life, finding ways to be able to get out of their head and into their own bodies. And so one of the things that I was able to discover firsthand, however, is that 5 years ago, when 6 years ago, when I actually ended up ill, I was in a severe depression. I really struggled with being able to even get out of bed in the morning. And that was a huge challenge for me. And so, and I'm a mental health worker. I'm supposed to be able to get myself out of this, and I'm supposed to be able to not have gotten into this position. I should have been able to catch my signs. I should have been able to not allow myself to fall into that deep hole, but I did. And I did because I'm human. I did because there was some huge extenuating circumstances that were going on in my life for several years leading up to that I tried to cope with, and I was trying to deal with, and I thought that I was doing okay with it, and I wasn't dealing well with those situations. And that's a topic for a different day. But it's just really important for us to be able to remember that we are human and that we need to be able to get moving. And so when I had this bout of depression, when I was actually struggling with that, one of the things that I did was I started with a gratitude. It's like, okay, what would I actually get my clients to do? Like, I'm having trouble getting my feet to even hit the ground. I just want to stay in my bed, and I just want to stay buried, and I don't want to get out of bed. And so what can I be doing? And so one of the things that I started doing is that I actually started posting on Facebook something that I was grateful for every day. And some days, all that I was grateful for, and I wasn't really grateful for it, was that I woke up. So that was something that was like really, really important for me to be able to, as part of my own healing journey. And there was a lot of other things, obviously, that I did. I didn't just do gratitude and life was 100% better. But it was that I did the gratitude. The gratitude allowed me to be able to take those steps forward, allowed me to be able to move closer to being able to get out of bed, being able to get to my therapy appointments, being able to get up to take medication. And so those are the things that are like really, really important for us to be able to remember, is that so gratitude is just one step, but the gratitude allows us to be able to change our mindset, allows us to be able to shift our thinking in allowing us to be able to move forward. Is it a cure-all? Absolutely not. So absolutely not. That is not going to make it so that you wave this magic wand and everything is great and everything is fantastic. And so So I wanted to be able to invite you. I wanted to be able to invite you into this gratitude journal, or this gratitude challenge. And the reason why I'm doing it in October is that for those of us, because I know that not all of you are from the Northern Hemisphere, but for those of you who are actually in the Northern Hemisphere, one of the things that is happening is that we are, our weather is starting to change, and especially for those of us way up north. And so like our leaves are already starting to change colors, and I know that some of my southern friends are still have like all these blossoming trees and things are still growing. But for those of us who are up north, these are some of the things that are actually happening. And so it is, what's going to happen is that our days are going to start to get shorter. And I don't remember when, because we're in Eastern Daylight Savings Time right now, and so I don't remember if it's in 2 weeks, because it's usually around Thanksgiving, except for Thanksgiving, Halloween, so somewhere in that time frame, the time changes so that it is no longer Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And so we wake up in the morning and it's dark. We go to bed at night, or like we come home at supper time and it's dark. And so we drive to work in the dark, we come home in the dark. And so this is something that actually starts to happen at this time of the year and really impacts a lot of people. And so by being able to do, one of the strategies that I work with my clients on is that practice things when you're well. So when I'm dealing with somebody who's dealing with anxiety, for example, then it's like, here's some tools, here's some techniques, practice them while you're well. If you practice them while you're well, then it is easier for you to be able to draw on them in when something happens. And so a really good example of that is that I was in a group coaching call yesterday, and one of the ladies were actually talking about a situation that she had actually come across, and she actually came up to an accident, and she had been, like, it had been years that she had had her first aid CPR. She hadn't even had it renewed, but she had pulled up on the accident scene and she knew exactly what it is that she needed to be doing. She knew exactly who to direct, what to do, how to do it, and was able to like take all the steps and take all the pressure off of this particular situation. Obviously, when she was done, like she said, like everything just kind of came back and came crashing back, and she then needed to deal with her own emotions. But when something happens, you can actually draw on something that is familiar. So if you actually do things that actually allow you to be able to be practicing that, then when things start to get gloomy and dark and winter has set in, and so for those of you who are like me and hibernate during the winter, then you actually have these tools that you're actually able to draw on. So for the month of October, from October 1st till October 30th, I am going to have 30 days of gratitude challenge statements and some prompts for you to be able to work through your gratitude. And so being able to draw on those things. And so really, really important to be able to draw on these things on when you're well. So right now, it's still daylight, it's still sunny, it's not freezing cold, and we're not wanting to hibernate, we're not stuck in the dark a lot. And so this is a good time able to draw that, those tools, put those tools forward. I'm gonna also invite you to journal it. So get whether it's a brand new journal or the journal that you normally use, whatever it is that you're going to do. But if you're not a journaler, then I'm going to encourage you to actually take the time to be able to journal. So take the time to be able to journal these things and allow yourself to be able to keep track of what it is that's happening. Keep track of what it is that you are grateful for. And because when you are in when things are not so great, then it'll allow you to be able to draw on that. And so that will be really helpful for you to be able to, when you actually are feeling down. And so we all have ups and downs, and I don't care who you are, and I don't care how happy you are 90% of the time. You can be happy 99% of the time, but we all have peaks and flows. It doesn't matter who you are. And so for people who think that, oh, they're always so happy and they've always got things always put together, those people don't always have it put together 100% of the time. They might have it, like I said, 99% of the time. That's definitely not me. I don't have it together 100% of the time. And so, but nobody does, right? So like, just really, really important for us to be able to do that. And so, so being able to draw on that is, being able to draw on that when we're well, when it's not darkest in our lives, allows us to be able to pull these forward. And if this is a moment in your life that this is a dark moment for you and you're not doing well, then I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to take this step. Do these things. And even if you're not able to follow all of the prompts every day because it may be too challenging, I'm still going to challenge you to it, but if it's still too challenging, then one thing. Find one thing that you are grateful for every single day and write it down. Write it down, so whether you publicly post it or whether you write it in a journal, whatever it is that you're doing. I chose to, when I was in my darkest moment, I actually chose to post it publicly, because then it was out of my head and other people were seeing it, and I needed to, it was just holding me accountable. So for me, it was definitely putting it out there, but it doesn't have to be. So I am going to, so I'm welcoming you into this 30-day challenge, and so it starts October 1st. If you're interested, then join the Holistic Wellness Lounge group, and I've actually posted it in the comments, the link in the comments. So join the group, and you will actually see the daily prompts that are actually going on. You can post on the posts that I'm going to be putting up every day, or you can have a completely separate post, or you can actually jump on live. So whatever it is that is going to work for you, or that you feel comfortable with, whether it is posting an image that allows you to be able to reflect on that, that gratitude, whatever it is. And so in the group for the next 30 days, that is what it is that we're going to be doing. And so I am super, super excited of being able to do this with you. And so join me, and I will talk soon. Bye for now.